if this is working. I think we are live.
Yes, we are.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, then welcome everyone on YouTube. So far, we don't have that many viewers. Oh, we already have 6 viewers. So awesome. Welcome, welcome along for this edition of the top 10 SSRs in Evertale. And we have some big moves in store today, some surprises. Quite a few of them actually also took me by surprise. So let's see how it goes this time. Will be very interesting to see, of course, with all the stocks basically also involved that we now have in EverTrade. If you haven't already, feel free to check that out at some point, even if you only hear from it now. I think we already have a nice group playing along here with this kind of trading game where it's all about knowing the meta and how things develop. And so we have quite a few people already trading, as you can see here. And we already revealed the number 28, that is Ludmilla and Clarice this time, who fell quite a lot, 5 ranks down and nearly 1 million true power down, 1.6 million true power remaining, not even 1 year after her release. She is not in the best shape, but yeah, that's just the number 28. Of course, we are focusing today on the top 10, and I'm not sure, guys. What do you think? Will we see some new units in the top 10? I mean, we had the release of Yukata Ludmilla, we had the release of Percival, and we had the release of Mordred. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think at least two of them will go into the top 10. My bets are on Yukata Ludmilla and Percival
Yeah,
because, well, first of all, they were earlier, so they had more time to develop, and they're more general units than Mordred, which is Burn.
absolutely, absolutely. You
So
point
those,
out
yeah.
a very important thing, that Mordred was only available for around 4 days when I collected all the data, and so maybe if she brings the burn revolution, it might not be fully reflected in the data yet.
Yes,
So
even though I do think she's a really strong unit, so I think she could get into the top 10, but I'm just not sure.
yeah, that's fair. I mean, there is a lot of scalars or boosts in place for these new units, so it could absolutely happen that even a very new unit already rises to the top 10 straight away. But I mean, we do have to consider that Moderate is a pretty pure burn unit, and so it would. Let's see. But I would say it would be quite a surprise. Of course, you guys know that sometimes I'm uh, I'm just playing around and basically leading you down a wrong path. So don't take this as a definitive answer yet. But let's see how it goes. Let's see what the chat says. We have Excel saying Yukata Ludmilla will go to the top 10. We have Percival as well from Average Person at Excel. And Destroyer is saying all of them. Okay, so Mordred. But others are saying, okay, too soon. Percival from Alamin as well. Lots of potential. True Percival might be top 10. Ooh, Yukata Ludmilla is too good not to be in the top 10. Okay, so seems like very broad agreement. Then I think we can already get started and think about who could be number 10 this time. I think last time it was Giga Rolosha. What
Yeah.
about this time? Any
Maybe
guesses?
Storm Jean. I'll go with Storm Jean this time.
Ah, Storm Jin. Okay, Storm Jin last time still placed 9th. Okay.
Yeah. So I did make the prediction last time that the next tier list will probably be her last time in the top 10. So yeah, this is probably her last time if she makes it.
Fair. Let's see where Storm Sheen lands. So we have a Storm Sheen guess from Archie. What do the others in the chat think about the number 10 spot? Of course, the number 10 question is the most difficult one for sure. Given that we have no indication about anything yet. But it nevertheless has to be asked. Okay, so we have okay, the question from Destroyer, can we see the last top 10 list? Let me quickly paste it in chat. So the last top 10. So the last top 10, quickly for everybody on YouTube as well. We had Water Anya on number 1, Dark Cinderella on 2, then Light Anya, Cleopatra, Kaguya, Dark Sun Wukong, Odin, Sleeping Beauty, Storm Jean, and Giga Rolosha. Those were the top 10 last month. Of course, this is old data now, but it's still interesting to help for some guesses. And we have average person coming in with Percival, Clover saying, okay, it will be Odin at number 10. Axel saying Otohime, which would be a rise compared to last time as well.
Oh, yeah, that would be right.
Otohime having a big race
I don't
after
know. I
post.
don't feel like Sleep will do very well this month.
Mm-hmm. You don't think it will do well?
No, I don't think Sleep will do very well this month, especially
Mm-hmm.
with Percival and
True.
her true friends. I
Yeah.
don't know if
Yeah,
Ludmilla and Clarice was an indication of the sleep falling, but maybe. I,
Mm-hmm.
I,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Sleep will
yeah,
do
it
very well
might
this
be.
month.
Yeah. Average person,
Yeah,
what's your
yeah,
take?
with yeah, I agree with Archimedes with the fire team already rising, especially with the Cerebrus and then the new unit. Sleep might be quite less effective this time because yeah, the fire team, bro, they have the anti stun on Sleep too. So Giga Relotia might be out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good points. Good points. Um, So that okay, yeah, Giga Rolosha dropping. That's probably a fair. I mean, last time she relatively surprisingly still stuck to the number 10 spot, not losing anything despite Dark Cinderella basically coming and new joining the top 10. So that was quite something. But let's see this time. Average person, did you already? You put your guess as Percival, if I recall, right? So Percival on 10 would be your guess. We have Destroyer saying Sleeping Beauty. Okay. Clover is actually saying, okay, Otohime only coming in at 7th potentially. Mm,
Oh, that would be a big rise.
that would definitely be a big rise. I mean, where was she last time? Otohime. I mean, number 15 she was
Like,
last time. Um, so, but yeah, still a bit of a way away from the top 10. But let's see how it goes this time. Kaguya number 1. Well, I mean, yeah, she never quite reached the number 1 spot. But I have a video planned right now, or rather, I'm working on a video right now that is basically a historic bar chart race of True Power from 2021 onwards to 2024, and in this bar chart race, Kaguya very briefly claimed the top spot when King Arthur fell and Water Anya was not number 1 yet. So I think Destroyer can look forward to to that. um, let's see. I mean, Kaguya, probably nobody guessing yet that she already comes in at number 10. So Let's see where she goes this time. Okay, let's see. I mean, I think Otohime isn't a like it's a pretty majority guess actually that she's rising in terms of people trading. I think basically everybody bought Otohime on EverTrade, so that gives an indication that people think she is still undervalued last month. So let's see how it goes this time. But yeah, I mean, we had quite a few guesses. I think we have Percival, Odin, Sleeping Beauty, Stormjean. You asking where is Himiko this list? Well, let's see if she made a comeback into the top 10 or if she landed elsewhere. But yeah, we had quite a few guesses already. But as is tradition to some degree, we didn't have the correct guess yet. So it is another unit that wasn't mentioned yet. Let that sink in for a bit and then give me some other guesses.
Dare I say Mordred?
Mordred, okay. Interesting guess. Yeah, I mean,
I feel like let's go a little while with this one. Maybe, just maybe.
I mean, I did hint that it is very. There are some big surprises in store, and I do think one of these big surprises is actually already the number 10. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. But let's see. Axel saying Percy. Percy was already a guess, so it's not Percival at number 10. Sergio is asking for some hints. I mean, okay, I already said, okay, it's a big surprise. Other hints could I give you without giving it away completely? Stormjin was already a guess, Clover. Okay, Cerberus we have as well as a guess now. Cerberus Mordred, so 2 burn units, so some trust here in the burn revival already. I'm gonna give another hint for the number 10. And Matt Flanders on YouTube is asking if I'm German. No, I'm Austrian, but yeah, that's still my mother language is German. Another Odin guess, but it's still not Odin. We have Quippo coming in with Dark Sun Wukong, but Axel disagreeing.
No, I did consider Dark Sun Wukong as well.
Yeah.
But he's actually pretty good, especially since I saw that video of you beating that, was it EX9 with
Oh
just her?
yeah. I mean to be fair, I think we have to be quite clear here because this is really an arena ranking, and so in terms of PvE and you know beating events and everything, I think Dark Sun Wukong is actually the very best unit in the game right now. But we are talking really about arena performance here, and so yeah, let's see where she lands there. But yeah, you're absolutely right. She can solo many stages where other units are actually in really bad spot. Even some of the very top units that we have in the game right now. Yeah, not a lot of poison immunity on the latest bosses. I think maybe they will reintroduce that at some point. Okay, let's see.
I have another wild guess.
Yeah, go for it.
So, you know how we're always saying that maybe soon there will be a time where guards aren't really needed anymore? So is this the time like Anya will drop to number 10?
Ooh, that's a crazy guess, but I can see why. On the one hand, guards being less reliable now, and we had 2 guard releases in Cerberus and Yukata Ludmilla. By the way, Clover also guessing Yukata Ludmilla for number 10 here. So could be the case that we see some declines here on these these top guards to the number 10 spot. And yeah, and average person is saying, okay, Yukata Ludmilla should be higher. Destroyer is saying, okay, swimsuit dark Jean, so Angel Jean. Kyo is going with Gilgamesh. Okay, that would be also a big rise, but if there is a burn rise, Gilgamesh would certainly benefit maybe the most, given that Gilgamesh is probably the most potent burn DPS right now, I think is fair to say. Somebody's saying Bright Reset, also Cerulean Bright Reset on YouTube here from just someone with negative IQ. I'm not gonna take that name literally here. Another guess for Sleeping Beauty. All right, and still very strong. I think I can reveal it now because somebody already got it right, and very impressive feat, I think, given that it's is quite surprising. Let me show you guys. That's the first big surprise, I think, today. Let's see what other surprises there are still in store, but we have a unit at number 10 that is actually going down in power, so it's not a new unit. It is a unit that is still top 10 in Japan, but everywhere else her uptake isn't all that great, and she loses a lot of true power despite many traits indicating another direction for her. It is none other than Dark Sun Wukong. So congratulations to Grippo, who got it right. And Dark Sun Wukong is down bad. I think so. I mean, I was very surprised by seeing this as well, but I think I have some, idea of why this is happening. And I mean, Dark Sun Wukong always had a little bit of an issue in terms of, okay, she should be in the first 4, but then who is she really compatible with? And I think we have some stronger compatibilities or something like that might be pushing her back right now. Plus, you still have to consider that Dark Sun Wukong came out after 3 other releases in a row, so people might have a struggle to adopt her on her first banner. So, I mean, let's see how it goes after her second banner, if she can recover a little bit. But right now, considering that she only has 63% usage and is mainly a mainstay in Japan, but nowhere else, this is a big loss for her. And so, yeah, this is definitely a surprise, I think.
We can never financially recover from this. We're gonna be poor.
It shouldn't be so bad, but yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people had some trades on that, so there might be some losses, but I mean, you can make up for it on other units, of course. But yeah, Dark Sun Wukong, I mean, just to elaborate a bit further, I mean, we already said, okay, PvE, I think she's the very best unit in the game. And I think for F2P players or some people who are trying to shoot above their weight or punch above their weight, I think Dark Sun Wukong is excellent. I think she has, if the RNG goes her way, and you just need to check my videos for that, basically, because Dark Sun Wukong is in my first 4, a mainstay. She can absolutely demolish whales that usually you would have no chance of beating because of that huge fellowship disadvantage. So in that sense, I think he's a very, very strong unit. But yeah, let's see. Okay, lots of lots of surprises, and Grippo is right. She's a very volatile unit. But yeah, I think she kind of needs a specific setup. I think I found a setup that works extremely well for her in most cases. But yeah, maybe this is more of a thing for people who are shooting above their weight and less for whales who are looking for stable outcomes. So yeah, okay. Let's see what else is gonna happen. Let's see. What do you guys think about number 9? Or any of you still have some comments on Dark Sun Wukong at number 10? I mean, it was definitely big surprise, I think.
Yeah, that was a surprise. I don't know. I really thought she would have gone up.
Yeah, I was hoping so as well, but yeah. I mean, as I said, let's wait for her second banner. I think, if anything, she is a unit that might benefit more than usually nowadays, because nowadays the second banner with the fast meta pace is a bit late for people to adopt her. But I think Dark Sun Wukong has the potential, especially because she is, such a great PvE unit. So I think even whales that are like, I don't know if I should really use her or get her on her second banner, like, if you want to beat events more easily, I think Dark Sun Wukong is the way to go, especially for X10 stages. Okay, then let's move on. Number 9, what are your guesses, guys? We have on YouTube just someone with negative IQ saying Sleeping Beauty.
I'm going with Odin. That's a safe bet.
Odin last time number 7. That would be 2 down, but I mean, people are expecting that we see new units in the top 10, so some others might have to go down because of that. Axel is saying Cerberus. Okay, a lot of trust here in Cerberus. I love Burn.
Cerberus is actually possible, Because
Cerberus
he
is
only
really
out for like
strong.
4 days when the last results came.
I think this mostly depends on if the burn meta already took hold at the point of data collection, or rather if the release of Mordred is already enough to get the ball rolling. We have quite a few Odin guesses. Ooh, Kaguya guess from Excel as well. Odin and Sleeping Beauty seems to be the majority bets here. Oh, even Destroyer is saying Kaguya 9, or holy. If he's already saying that, then it seems like there's very bad times for Kaguya. Kiyo going with Himiko. Let's see. The guy lost all hope. Oh man. Tough times for Kaguya lovers. But I mean, let's see. Not fully clear yet where she will come in. Cerberus at 9, also from Alamin.
So it seems split between Cerberus, Kaguya, and Odin. And a few Sleeping Beauties.
Sorry, say that again. You mean?
I was saying the bet seems split between Kaguya, Cerberus, and
Odin and Sleeping Beauty, yeah.
And a few Sleeping Beauties, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And we have Lakshmish on YouTube saying Percival, so that's a little diversity. We have Destroyer saying Mordred. Burn. Oh, Kiyo saying Storm Gene. Okay, seems to be a Storm fan. First Himiko, then Storm Gene. Too soon for Mordred, Axel is saying. Sergio agreeing. Quippo is saying, no fire is top 10. I bet my liver on it. Damn, that's a big bet right there. But I mean, let's see. Burn is having usually a hard time to get into top 10. I think the last top 10 Burn unit was Commander Astrid, but she left the top 10 quite a few months ago. Okay, but first I will have to ask you again for another round of guesses, because yet again the number 9 was not mentioned yet. None of these guesses are the number 9 actually. And I think this is actually this is not as big of a surprise. Number 9 is not as big of a surprise as number 10, but still somewhat surprising, especially I think her rank trajectory is interesting.
Right. Let's see.
So Percy was already guessed, so it's not Percy on number 9.
So I guess Yukata Ludmilla would be my guess.
Yukata Ludmilla, okay. Kulpo is doubling down, by the way, on the burn bet. He's actually now saying he will eat his own liver. Big. Kiyo is saying Rolosha. I mean, yeah, Giga Rolosha. One place up instead of down. Possible. Sergio is saying Percy will be very high. Gilgamesh, now guesses from Destroyer and Excel are coming in. Archie, average person. Do you have any new guess?
Yeah, none for me, bro. My brain is already fried. What is this? What is this? You know what? Yeah, bright reset. Yeah, let's go.
Oh, bright reset. Okay, yeah, interesting one.
Bad.
Lakshmish on YouTube now switching to Light Anya, probably following the same logic that Archie mentioned earlier with a surprise. Lover is going for Otto Hime.
Hold on. I feel like there's something missing.
Okay, Archie, I'm gonna wait for your guess and then I'm gonna give another hint.
Who haven't we mentioned?
Goku on YouTube, or just someone with negative IQ, but with the Goku profile picture is now also saying Light Anya. Okay, more people going for that here.
I don't know. I'm sticking with Yukata Ludmilla.
Yukata Ludmilla. Okay. You is saying Yukata Ludmilla does everything Light Anya does quite better, in my opinion. That is correct for every case except Burn. Huh?
She does everything better except surviving the first shot.
Exactly, and surviving against Burn. So there, Light Anya is still superior. But yeah, I agree. Otherwise, that she is better. Pixel saying expecting a drop. We have Koishi.
But the thing is, even though she is better, she won't overtake Light Anya immediately. Because Light Anya has had like what, 3 reruns by now or 2. So people have already invested a lot into her. So it would take a while before the Yukata Ludmilla replaces her.
That's a very good point. I think this is actually one of the reasons why Bright Ludmilla is sticking around so long. I mean, yes, Bright Ludmilla is a 100% card, and sometimes she can still be good, but her usage is still extremely high, and I think that's because for 1 year, basically, no, actually, I think for 1.5 years, there was no. Well, actually, yeah, I mean, there was just the beginning time of Evertale 2.0, and basically, Bright Ludmilla was the only viable 100% guard during that time, so everybody got her on the old servers, I think. All right, okay, then I'm gonna give another hint because we still didn't get it. I'm gonna give you a hint, and I think that should be helpful to some degree. It is a unit that is not new, but it is a unit that rose in ranks. So it's a unit that was previously not in the top 10. Well, last edition. She wasn't in the top 10 last edition. Gilgamesh was already guessed, so it's not Gilgamesh. As I said, I mean, this is somewhat surprising to see, I think, and I'm honestly not 100% sure why it happened, but yeah, it is what it is. You're going with Himiko again.
You know
Time
what?
to shine.
We're going with return of the old champion. We're bringing back Light Cinderella.
Oh my god, that's a huge bet. Okay.
The comeback would be huge in that one.
That would be big. Okay, we have Storm Clarice from Destroyer. Wow, that would also be a huge rise.
Oh wait,
Gavine. Bright Reset was already guessed.
I think the whole. Hmm, actually, maybe
Bright
Brad
Sun.
Lancelot. So since Dark Sun Wukong fell, maybe Brad
Oh yeah.
Lancelot will rise. 'Cause he was
Oh.
really good at dealing with Brad Lancelot.
Yeah, she's absolutely the nemesis of Bright Lancelot. Interesting point. We have Caramel going with Storm Dark Gene, so Angel Gene as a guess. Was also outside of the top 10 last time. Lots of lots of good guesses here. If it's Himiko, I'll steal Creepo Liver. Axel going with Nobunaga. Okay, that's really wild now. I mean, in terms of what a rise it would be, because last time I think Nobunaga wasn't even top 28, but I mean, fair is fair. But I think, I mean, the thing is, if it was these kinds of huge increases, then I would probably say, okay, this is even more surprising than Dark Sun Wukong dropping to number 10. I don't think, well, I wouldn't go so far, but I am gonna reveal it now. We have a Water Alice guess from Destroyer before I reveal it. On YouTube, we have Lakshmish going with Loki and Goku with Giga Rolosha or Himiko. Well, it's none of them, but we have one already that got it right. It is a unit at number 9 that lost true power, but she still gained ranks. And he still joined the top 10 anyways. It is the comeback in the top 10 of Angel Gene. Wow. So Caramel got it right. Congratulations. Very, very well played. But yeah, I mean, keep in mind, she still lost true power anyways. But yeah, she rose back up from number 11 to number 9. Angel Gene still relevant, it seems. And yeah, just minus 1% in terms of market price. So, I mean, if you are long or short on Angel Gene, it doesn't really move the needle all that much. But yeah, no dividend will be paid on her. Rise in ranks, lost price. Yeah, exactly. That is actually a very unusual thing to happen. I think it does indicate that that it's that the meta gets a bit broader. Yeah, sorry, Marty. What's your interpretation?
I think when that happens, it means that there's a new unit that got very high in the rankings.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's also a fair interpretation. Let's see.
Isn't that what happened when? Isn't that what happened when Water Anya gained 10 million power? A lot of units lost true power. That time.
I think, yeah. I think you're right. Yeah, I mean, there is a fixed amount of true power right now. It's 144 million for every SSR unit in the game, and so new units coming in push down others for sure. So yeah, let's see what that means. But yeah, I think Angel Gene still relevant. Maybe just a few words on Angel Gene then. I think Angel Gene, as soon as we see a new stealth release, will still pick up yet again, just because of that great synergy. And right now, yes, there are some more attacks that ignore her pushback, stay alive, but still very, very decent performance, of course, especially together with Kaguya. But let's see what is number 8. I think the guesses are already starting. We have Clover saying Percy. We have Kyo saying Cerberus. Destroyer saying Kaguya. Ooh, Koishi saying Cleo. First time we hear this name today. So Goku on YouTube is asking why Angel Jean rose. Fight no stealth release. I mean, technically she didn't rise. She just didn't lose true power, but she did increase in ranks. So yeah, basically other units dropped more than her. is the short explanation. But let's see which units those are later. For now, we ask what is number 8. Alamein is also going with Kaguya, like Destroyer. We have average person going with Percival.
No, I'm sticking with Yukata Ludmilla from last time.
Yukata Ludmilla from Archie, okay. We have Quippo saying a new stealth unit. All attacks give 10 spirits, give all allies armor stealth. Okay, armor stealth, something that will be interesting when they introduce it. But to be fair, stealth shield is already probably superior to armor stealth. But maybe armor stealth shield could be a thing eventually. All right. The Yukata Ludmilla guess from Quippo. Nova also going with that. Curiosing. Watch number 1 being off by Nagi. Nice. Man, someday, maybe they really, before closing down Evertale, maybe they just say, okay, let's give the people what they want and release super overpowered Nagi. The true Nagi. Bye. Yeah, Nagi actually cannot be bought right now. Okay, Koishi is actually going with Otohime now. Okay. Yukata Ludmilla from Excel. Okay, it seems like there's a lot of agreement here. We have Yukata Ludmilla basically, and there even any other guesses? I mean, Otohime possibly. We had Leo as a guess and Percival. Okay, so Percival and Yukata Ludmilla feel like the main guesses. I mean, some have guessed Kaguya as well.
And a few services.
Okay, Axel is saying Yukata Ludmilla shouldn't be top 5 for now, shouldn't be possible. Cerberus at 8 from Destroyer. Otohime. Okay, interesting. But yeah. Funny, but yet again, I have to ask you to give us some new guesses. Nobody guessed number 8 yet. This time seems like a lot of surprises given that it's hard. We have quite a few people guessing along here and still always kind of needs that second round. Let's see when we get to the point where this doesn't need to be the case anymore.
All right. I am going to go with Cleopatra for number 8.
Wow, okay, Cleopatra.
Yeah. All right, so since Dark Sun will kind of fell, and you mentioned that one of the reasons may be lack of people to synergize with, maybe that means Cleo was also being moved back as well.
Okay.
And the second reason is that maybe if some people start adopting Yukata Ludmilla, she's also unmovable for a while, so that kind of gives a temporary buffer to her Dutchmerard skill, so she can push back to Ludmilla.
That's fair, but I also want to point out that Leo can still be a nice counter to Cleopatra actually, if you run her in the right kind of combination. Just because she will banish somebody else on Yukata Ludmilla's team, and then possibly with her first attack, which could be a checkmate or maybe a Mirage Serpent, she could also take out Yukata Ludmilla. I had that happen sometime to me. I think if I run into a light Anya and Yukata Ludmilla build, Cleopatra will banish light Anya and then she will kill Yukata Ludmilla with a Mirage Serpent. So Cleopatra can...
yeah, that could happen.
Yeah, can happen, but of course your point is still valid. Yukata Ludmilla cannot be banished for the first 200 time units, and afterwards Cleopatra can banish her and sometimes does. But the question is, do you really want that? Because then you will come in back again later with another enduring stance that she can pull off. Yeah, okay, those are good guesses. We have Lakshmish on YouTube saying Mordred. Giga from Gerald as a guess as well. Goku is asking if Mordred data is already out. Yes, there is some data on Mordred, but she was only out for a few days when the data was collected. So keep that in mind. We have a Sleeping Beauty guess from Goku. A lot of Bride Reset guesses, Storm Gene guesses. Odin from Sergio. We have a Light Anya guess as well. We have Gilga. Okay, there's a lot of guesses here from the same person who is not quite sure. Koishi here. Yes. We have Odin guess. We have King Arthur guess. All right, interesting. Okay, we have a Dark Cinderella guess from Dark Tran on YouTube. Interesting. Quite a variety in guesses. I think. Oh, we have Storm Clarice guess as well. Bride Reset. I think Bride Reset is the most often picked right now. Would be quite a surprise. But then again, it does seem to be a bit surprising, the number 8. Although I think if I reveal it, it's not extremely surprising. We already got the correct answer now, so I'm gonna reveal it. We have at number 8 a unit that lost true power, but not a huge amount, and so didn't drop by all that much. We have Odin at number 8 with 700,000 true power loss. So everybody short on her makes some decent profit here. But yeah, Odin still...
Negative 11.6.
I mean, to be fair, Odin struggles against Burn, but also I think a very strong Odin counter is Dark Sun Wukong, and Dark Sun Wukong falling actually helps Odin. Yeah. So that might be the reason why Odin is dropping, I mean, quite a lot, but still sticking here in the top 8. And I mean, she has the pseudo guards and everything. So quite some decent moves. Kara is asking, how is she higher than Dark Sun Wukong? I mean, I think Dark Sun Wukong has a higher ceiling in terms of what she can achieve in a battle, but Odin, the thing is, if you have fully awakened Odin, she comes in and she immediately spawns these 10 ravens in an arena battle. And for Dark Sun Wukong, you still have to have her multiply. So Odin, actually a very popular choice, I think, in Platoon 2 and 3. Not exactly the top starter unit, but most top teams have her in Platoon 2 or 3. So yeah, that is interesting. Okay, let's see. But yeah, Odin, I mean, with the pseudo guards, with these kind of ravens, despite the super poison vulnerability and the burn vulnerability, is still a good pick. Although me personally, I skipped her on her first banner and I didn't pick her up on the second. I think it's a bit too late now for it to be really worth it, because Odin needs that full awakening, and so I'm not inclined to spend my soul stones on that. But still, I think she will just be top 20 for quite a long time to come, because you know, she brings in value pretty reliably to the battle. All right. Imran guess for the next one. Everyone is losing power today. Oh yeah, right. We have so far only power losers. Let's see if that streak is broken with number 7. Whippo already starting the guesses. We have Sleeping Beauty. Destroyer making a good point about Dark Sun Wukong. Great as a starter, but Odin can be anywhere except for the very back, of course. And yeah, that's actually a good point. You know, better starters always mean bad news for starter units. King Arthur can tell you a story about it. Clover is going with Kaguya. Average person is going with Percival. Axel going with Kaguya. Blood Moon also going with Kaguya. Kyo going with Kaguya. Alamin going with Kaguya. Wow, seems to have some groupthink going on here. Cerberus from Destroyer to break the pattern a little bit. Archie, did you already place your guess? So maybe we lost Archie for a bit. I'm gonna switch to YouTube for a bit. We have Goku saying number 7 Kaguya. Lakshmish going with Light Anya, breaking the pattern a little bit. Oh, Archie.
Yeah, I'm here. I have Percival for number 7.
Percival. So new unit here. Water Anya,
No, I did not.
guess. Oh my goodness. From Grippo. That would be interesting. Archie fell asleep or something. No, Archie is back. Great. Kyo now saying we all know 7th is Himiko. The Himikans never give up on Himiko. Maybe we see a new release of a Himiko unit with a different element sometime. So all these Himiko fans can latch on to a new top unit. Himiko is also in everyone's P1 in my bracket. Okay, that's interesting. She's not existent in my P1 in P1s on my server. Not really there, to be honest. But I mean, Himiko can still be super strong. I'm not baiting that, but I think getting a bit more niche and you know, poison is a bit of a weakness. So, and burn as well, I think. So I think not the greatest times for her right now. Burn Himiko, where she burns down all the rice fields. Nice one. Sergio is going with Yukata Ludmilla. We have King Arthur, I guess, again. Okay, interesting. Clover wants to break the rules and sell Himiko more than twice. I mean, you can do that, but first you need to buy Himiko. Then you can sell her 3 times. Dark Cinderella, okay. Yeah, I mean, let's see.
No, I refuse.
You
I
refuse
don't
Dark
think I can
Cinderella?
witness 2 Cinderella fall. My
Sorry,
heart's
Archie
not
said it
ready.
again.
I don't think my heart is ready to witness 2 Cinderella downfalls.
Oh yeah, that's fair. I mean, eventually every unit falls down. So, but yeah, probably maybe too early for her. Let's see. But I have some great news for you guys. For the first time today, we don't need a second round of guesses because the correct guess was already there. And so I can reveal it to you guys. I think it was actually a majority vote this time. At number 7, coming in with a slight decrease in true power.
No, it's not.
Kaguya.
Kaguya.
Yes. Still top 10 in every region. Interesting to point out, I think. Actually, top 3 in the Americas. But yeah, down 2 ranks compared to March, but only a marginal true power power decrease. The market price will fall by 4.4% following this announcement. He's half a year old, still holding on okay. Where do you see 6 and 9? Oh, okay. Yeah, rest of Asia plays 6 and Europe 9. Okay, 69. Nice. Lancelot is better than Kaguya. Okay, that's a hot take. I'm not sure which Lancelot, but either way, it's a hot take. All right. Copium from All right. I mean, Kaguya, I don't know if there's much to say about her. The Cursed Sleep, still super great, but of course, if Burn is having even a mild comeback, it's not the best for Kaguya. I do think Kaguya could see, could see another uptick again if we have another sleep stealth unit released. Then I think Kaguya, Angel Gene, and that new unit could be a very popular combination. Oh, Shadows is also joining us now and saying, okay, he can see why Goku dropped so much. So maybe we'll also share some insights from the top European server, which is part of the reason why Goku is ranking so low. She's only number 18 in Europe, so you can also blame Shadows for that. Not just kidding. But anyways, we are already moving on. Clover is also already asking Yukata Ludmilla or Percy as a guess for number 6. Guys, what are your guesses for that? Oishi is saying Dark Sun Wukong is only good for newbies. I heavily disagree. But yeah, probably not the best pick for top whales. Clover is saying Percival. Average person is saying Percival. Destroyer is saying Cerberus. Okay, the further we go, the harder it is to sell me on that guess. But I mean, who knows? Big surprises in store today. I mentioned it already. Excel is going with Otohime. Caramel is going with Percival. Lots of Percival guesses. Blood Moon is going with Gaia. I think Gaia wasn't even. Not sure. I'm not even sure if she was even top 20 at any point or top 30. Gaia was really a flop release. Okay, we have lots of Bright Reset and okay. And Percival, basically. Archie, what's your take?
I'm going with Cleopatra.
Cleopatra, okay. 2025 Gaia top 10. It will be interesting to see. Let me check. Oh, check on YouTube. I guess from Gerald, Sleeping Beauty. Goku is saying Light Anya at number 6. Dark Tran is saying Yukata Ludmilla at 4 and Percival at 5. Not sure what guess is for number 6 then. In Bright Gaia. Okay, interesting stuff. Let me guess. Not sure if number 6 was mentioned already.
Okay.
I mean, what was mentioned? I think Percival, Cerberus, and Bright Reset, and Cleopatra.
Yeah. I think those are the ones that were mentioned.
Right, so who else could it be?
I mean, there's the Yukata Ludmilla.
Average person going with Yukata Ludmilla. Surprised Excel is not mentioning her because I think he said, look, Yukata Ludmilla is not good enough to be top 5, but top 10. So this is the last chance for that to become true.
Would not see.
Yukata Ludmilla, last chance. Going with Yukata Ludmilla, maybe? Not sure, it seems. Okay.
Well, no, that would be interesting. It was Yukata Ludmilla, because from the IPOs, it seems that people think she will be the highest of the 3.
Oh yeah,
so if
right.
it is her, then that means
What was the price
Where is
from?
Perky?
What was the price from Yukata Ludmilla? Check. 6.5 million true power. And number 7 was 6.47 million true power. So maybe, I mean, if people were not wildly off at that, then it could be the case.
Yeah.
We have Light Anya guess as well, another guard basically. Sergio really hoping for Burn to be top 10, but Grippo already feels quite safe with his liver and his kidneys. With Reina guess, that's just random. As long as we don't see another Reina release. Koishi as well. Okay, well, I think people typing, but I think can reveal number 6. It is a unit that is number 6 in Japan as well, so coincidence. She's also number 6 in the Americas, number 7 in Europe. So all in all, very good performance. 76% usage. And it is a new unit. It is Yukata Ludmilla at number 6. So in the second round, people got it right there. So yeah, her true power is 6.785 million. So everybody who got her in the IPO will make a nice little profit, because 6.5 million was the IPO. And yeah, Yukata Ludmilla is now available for trading. You can sell her or buy her in EverTrade straight away if you think she's undervalued or overvalued right now. Lancelot, why not? Okay, it's a hard sell. Clover and Excel being a bit sorry about bidding a bit too low, but I mean, yeah, I wouldn't worry about it too much. It's not a huge win, but yeah, Shadows with the highest offer on Yukata Ludmilla gets 2 shares, and so doubles his profit. Destroyer actually bid 7.5 million, yes, and also got a share, but for the price of 6.5 million, luckily for him.
Hold on. Let me see if I understand it. So Clover and Excel that bet too low. If they actually had a bet higher, wouldn't the average have then gone up and then no one would have made a profit?
Yes, you're right. That is true. So yeah, I think that's why I think the system is actually pretty solid right now. But I will make a little rule adjustment. I can already say because I will discontinue the rule that the highest bid gets 2 shares, because I think it gives the wrong incentives. I want people to actually place the orders that they think are the right bids, that are actually exact bids. And I will also discontinue that people will get the share at the median. It will have to be higher than the median, but the median will still be the price. So this is basically as a little countermeasure potentially, but yeah, I will post these rule changes anyways ahead of the next IPO. But people are already moving on. I mean, we already talked about Yukata Ludmilla because she was guest often quite a bit, and at the beginning we said, okay, new unit will join. Yukata Ludmilla, I think, is the very best card in the game right now if you are not running into burn. And so I think definitely a worthy addition to the top 10, but she didn't quite crack the top 5. And so what are your guesses for the next unit? We are really getting a little tight in terms of spots, I think. Let's see, from the previous top 10, we didn't hear yet from Giga Rolosha, from Storm Gene, from Sleeping Beauty, from Kaguya, from Cleopatra, Light Anya, Dark Cinderella, and Water Anya. Kaguya, yes, we already heard, sorry. But yeah, so quite a few names still open and only 5 spots left, and also potentially Percival still pending. Let's see. Goku already saying on YouTube, number 5 Percival, Lakshmish going for Cerberus. Okay, there's still hope for some. Troy also saying Cerberus at number 5. All right, let's see. The closest should get to
I think Cleopatra.
thing. Okay, I'll think about that rule change. Archie saying Cleopatra again. Okay. Axel going with Cleopatra. Rishi going with Cleopatra as well. Cinderella Alamin. Okay, that would be a drop, but I mean we are already in top 5 territory, so it's a very
The reason why I'm not going with Percival
yeah.
is because Percival is giving me the vibes of Water Anya, where he has different different what's it called? Different effects for different elements. So she kind of gives me that same vibe. So I think she'll be top 3.
That's fair. That's fair. But wait, what was your bid on on Percival again?
It was a lower. It was like, what was it, 5.7? So it was a lower, but now I'm actually starting to reconsider.
Interesting. I mean,
I bet 5.7 minutes.
Let me check. What was the
And the IPO was, what was it?
at Blood Moon? By the way, we don't have that many buys. You can only buy 2 at most. But yeah, the IPO for Percival was actually 5.75 million PP. So we are already quite a bit north of that. So let's see if Percival comes in outside of the top 10 or above that initial IPO price. All right. Wait, I think the majority of guesses is Cleopatra. We have average person going with Percy. Clover also going with Percy, but one else, and we had that one Dark Cinderella guess. Bright Reset still. Okay, that would be huge surprise, but I mean, I have to say we still will have one big surprise left today. So yeah, a lot of things are possible. 1v1 Lancelot versus Yukata Ludmilla. I mean, she's a god. She's not really supposed to beat anyone on her own, but yeah. Anyways, I think we already have some guesses on YouTube as well. Before I reveal it, we have Doctrine saying Mordred. Sleeping Beauty from Gerald. Okay, not giving up on Sleeping Beauty yet. That would, I think, mean now that Sleeping Beauty rose. See, gonna prepare the reveal. Lancelot light on here, yeah. Let's see. Where do I have picture? Bit inconspicuous. At number 5, we have already some people that got it correct. Shadows, meanwhile, already guessing for number 1. Otto Hime guess from Sergio, because why not? Bright Reset guess yet again. Very interesting stuff, but it's none of those 2. At number 5, coming in, we have a new unit. It's not Cerberus, it is Percival.
Yeah.
Coming in at 7 million true power. So the IPO, for those who got some shares, that's a big success. A lot of profit right there. 1.3 million per share. That the price went up already.
Damn. 7 million.
Yep. Wow. A good start for Percival, but I can see why. I mean, Percival is, except for in a burn team, I think she can actually pull off insane stuff. And even at 1 copy, I mean, currently I'm running her at 1 copy with 1 copy of Cleopatra and basically fully awakened Dark Sun Wukong and Yukata Ludmilla. And You know, especially the combination with Cleopatra. I think Cleopatra and Percival is a really, really nice combo, because when Percival does a blast wave and kills an imposter, she stuns 2 enemy units as well, because it's a dark unit that she kills. So that's a huge synergy, I think, between those 2 units. But also in a lot of other teams, of course, Percival can give amazing value. I mean, second blast wave, stunning their opponents, really, really nice. And the hold ground that cannot be defeated by poison and burn is really nice, because every time she gets the turn, she basically heals back to 100% if she is not sleeping. So yeah, very, very good stuff from Percival. Even though she only has 58% usage yet, her impact can already be felt very clearly. But yeah, it's been 2 weeks since her release. Let's see how she develops. But yeah, she's already top 5 in Japan, despite only being out for such a short time. And so that is one of the main reasons why she is already number 5 overall. I think Percival, one of the best units to get at 1 copy right now. Just really, really great support for any team except Burn. And yeah, sleep as well to some degree. But in my recommendation, if you watch that video on Percival, I said, okay, even if you're running sleep, you should at least get 1 copy of Percival. All right. So that's, I think, the new units out of the way, except maybe if we have a big surprise and Mordred still makes an appearance. But we only have 4 spots left, so let's see if if that really is happening. All right. Let's see. Oh, by the way, a funny side note about the IPOs, because Axel is writing about the IPO again, and also Archie mentioned that he bid a little bit too low on Percival. It's interesting in this case because we had 3 IPOs this time, and all the people that participated in the IPOs either bid high enough to get a share of all of them, or too low on all of them, so they got none of them. So basically, there was a clear group that got shares on all the IPOs, and another group that got none. So that was, I think, very interesting. But yeah, again, let's see how it goes after I change the rules on IPOs. Let's see who else. Lancelot is better than Percival. God. All right, Cleo. Okay, Clover is saying Cleo at number 4. Dedos is saying Otohime at number 4. Also Cleo or Otohime here from Koishi.
Nah, I'll stick with Cleo.
Okay, Archie is sticking with Cleo. Axel is going with Light Anya. Koishi is asking where is Otohime. Well, we want to find her. Say it again. You think what?
I have a feeling that the top 4 will stay the same.
Ah, okay, yeah. Cleo was 4th last time. Light Anya 3rd, Dark Cinderella 2nd, and Water Anya 1st. So let's see if there are not any moves. Axel is saying Light Anya dropped. We have Sergio going with Cleo as well. Destroyer is going with Light Anya. Oishi is going with Otohime. Not sure if the burn meta is prevalent enough yet to have that rise for Otohime, but let's see. That big of a rise to become number 4, basically from, I think, the 15th position that she was last time. Lots of Cleo. We have Rimboro going with Light Anya. Shadows is saying Cerberus cannot be 4th because I'm not using her yet. I mean, I think Shadows has roughly 3 or 4% impact on the ratings, so not negligible, but with all of his accounts, but also not big enough to prevent the unit to become 4th place. Repo is saying, how would Otto get a boost? She hasn't had a new banner. That's not that important. Units can get boosts without having a second banner, just because how the meta develops and if units get more effective. Lots of top teams that I'm looking at just get every unit anyways, and then just decide which to level, so they can still level up a unit later on. Not saying that Tohime is number 4. But I think we already got the right guess. I think everybody is basically split between Light Anya, Cleopatra, and Otohime. Not gonna say which one of these guesses I'm laughing about yet, but I think it is time to reveal the number 4. As Average Person said, it's close to midnight in some places, so thanks a lot to everybody sticking around for so long. We have Lakshmish on YouTube saying Dark Cinderella at number 4. And Goku is saying Light Anya. All right. Let me reveal a 4. Oh man, for Sergio it's already 1 a.m. So awesome that you are still here with us. And witnessing basically the reveal of the new number 4. I think it is a unit that was already number 4 at some point before. Is a unit with with a top 4 position in every region and 97% usage, so that probably already tells you who it is. It is Light Anya on number 4 with a loss of 740,000 true power. So congrats to everybody who guessed that correctly. Light Anya, I mean, she's 430. Did it again, Archie?
I profit this round.
You mean your EverTrade?
Yeah.
Don't worry yet. I mean, I think in terms of profits this round, people are actually losing a lot more because there's some big surprises and people at some positions that didn't go so well. But so let's see where you will actually come out in the ranking. I think I wouldn't be surprised if some people are actually losing PP on this round. Okay. Yeah, Light Anya, I mean, not much to say. She's still the highest rated guard just because I think of her universality, and on the other hand, because she has that stun absorb, which is really nice against some of the things that are happening in the meta right now. And she's also good to some degree against burn teams because of that, in comparison to Yukata Ludmilla. Although, let's see how that develops going forward. We have Koichi already guessing for number 3, Cleopatra. We have Quipo going with Cleopatra. Clover is now saying, okay, Cleo must be getting a raise. Sexy Sloth saying, okay, Light Anya is still the best guard. Yeah, I think in terms of if you want to recommend any guard to any team, then Light Anya is still the way to go. Axel and Koichi going with Cleo.
I think it will be Dark Cindy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wait, Archie, let me get this straight. I think you bet on, or you guessed Cleo for a few times in a row now. And now that everybody is going for Cleo, you say Dark Cinderella.
Bro, you suck his hope out of his body. He doesn't believe in himself anymore.
Yeah. Let's see. Maybe.
Okay, I mean, it seems very diverse now. I mean, most people at the first said Cerberus, Cleopatra. But now we actually have Quipo saying, okay, maybe it's actually White Anya. Ooh. Remy Boro is asking, is there a burn unit in top 3? Well, we will see, but based on the results so far that we saw, I'm not sure how likely it is. Actually, if you buy or sell now, it will be counted after the announcement. Of course. All right. So I think, I mean, I don't know. I mean, some people are saying, okay, bright reset or some things like that, but it seems like people are relatively set on the top 3 being this, being either being consisting of Cleopatra, Dark Cinderella, and Water Anya. We have Koichi coming in with Otohime though. We have Blood Moon with Himiko. Of course, the Himikans need to need to push that agenda. We have Lakshmish on YouTube saying Dark Cinderella, and Goku is saying Cleopatra for number 3. Okay, interesting stuff. I mean, Shadows is saying, okay, actually, I think next time can sell the most. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I am. if you read the rules of Evertrade, it's not really a secret that units usually tend to lose true power. So for most of them, it might make sense to actually sell them and not buy them. However, if you sell a unit that actually rises, then you will have a lot of pain because you will have to pay dividends on top of the increase of the share. So you are losing in a double way. So this is basically to give an incentive to also buy units and not just sell everything. So there is a balance to it that you need to consider. All right. Clover is saying you're missing a 0 on Himiko top 3. Yeah, I think I can already tell you guys that Himiko is actually a top 30 unit. Please stop at third. Okay. I'm gonna reveal it, and I think I'm gonna reveal the how do I say this? I think this is the surprise that I was talking about, the last big surprise that we see in this countdown. Not that you should just turn off and get away from the event if you're watching this right now. So still continue watching, but I think this is the big surprise. And I think I mentioned already that I have some feeling of why this happened. But yeah, it is actually the first time in this reveal rounds, I think, that we have a unit that actually gained true power. And at number 3, we have Cleopatra, who has an insane re-rise because she got to number 1 in Japan. I was so surprised when I saw this. She's also number 2 in rest of Asia, lagging behind in the Americas, but it doesn't matter because she's just, if you look at Japan, basically the whole top 40 Champions Arena teams have Cleopatra in their Platoon 1. There's just very few exceptions from that. Cleopatra absolutely back into the top meta in some regions. I mean, she's only top 5 in Europe, but still, that's a very, very good result. But yeah, that is a huge increase in market price and also in dividends paid. So everybody who was long Cleopatra made a massive amount of PP, power points that is. Yeah, that imposter skill is just something else. And I mentioned before, I think Yukata Ludmilla release actually helped Cleopatra to some degree because she is an interesting way to counter her. And the synergy between Cleopatra and Percival is just so nice. And I think Cleopatra is actually even more of a must now because Burn is starting to rise again. Yes, we didn't see a Burn unit yet in the top 10, but you know, she has that kind of stun ward right from the beginning and can kind of mess up the Burn team synergy to some degree, especially against somebody like Cerberus. So yeah, Cleopatra really, really nice. I mentioned it before. Having her at just 1 copy in my Platoon 1 often gives me some great value straight away. For example, when running into Light Anya and Yukata Ludmilla, before either of those two guards gets the turn, there might already be 2 imposters on the field instead. So Cleopatra, really, really, really good. Despite more and more passive ignoring attacks that can obviously put an end to her, but her value really lies somewhere else in absolutely disrupting the team synergy of the opponent and making the teams more vulnerable by banishing the guards or defeating them outright. All right, after talking a little bit about Cleopatra, I think people already started guessing for number 2. So let's see. Oh man, Sergio is already getting sleepy. Okay, I need to speed it up a little bit. Next is blanks.
Water Anya. Anya.
Archie's saying Water Anya. Okay, yeah. I mean, to be fair, Water Anya is so far ahead that even if she loses true power, even if she keeps the first position, then there's still some good potential to lose true power, to be honest.
Yeah, true.
Destroyer is going with Water Anya as well. Tortip is going with Dark Cinderella. Clover is hoping that Dark Cinderella will rise. Axel is saying Water Anya at number 2. Alamin is saying number 1. That's a lot better than Dark Cinderella and Water Anya. Yeah, no comment on that. Okay, there's some big convictions in as for number 1 and 2 here from some people. Rimboro going with Water Anya. Blood Moon is going with Dark Cinderella. Water Anya. Average person going with Dark Cinderella, a bit against the grain here. Sergio also saying Dark Cindy will not overtake Water Anya anytime soon. Entry buff is too strong. Very good, valid point. Dark Cinderella, more of a pure DPS, while Water Anya is just an insane support for pretty much any team. Actually, Gilgamesh. Okay, interesting stuff. Okay, I think the majority is saying Water Anya. But there are some voices saying Dark Cinderella. Blood Moon, for example. Sergio is saying Dark Cinderella. Let's check on YouTube as well. Lakshmish is also saying Dark Cinderella. Gerald is saying Dark Cinderella. And Goku is also saying Dark Cinderella on YouTube. So on YouTube, we have a majority for Dark Cinderella. On Discord, we have a majority for Water Anya. Let's see which of those is correct. I think this reveal is actually also another small surprise, although we have to think about the top 2 from last time. Water Anya and Dark Cinderella, they both had extremely high true power, and maybe, you know, some of these newer units coming in are affecting that as well. So, well, we have another video from Destroyer where he tests Dark Cinderella and Water Anya together against Lancelot. Very nice. So yeah, this definitely confirms here Dark Cinderella and Water Anya superior. We're saying Lancelot number 3 confirmed. Okay, so I'm gonna reveal number 2. It is a unit that lost true power. It is a unit that is not all that old. It is a unit that is top 4 in every region of the world. And
do you realize how little that narrows that down?
That's exactly why I'm saying it like this. Still gotta keep the tension high. But I am gonna reveal it now. Some of you might be disappointed. Some of you might be very happy to see it. Although I think the disappointment might outweigh those who actually celebrating this result. We have Dark Cinderella at number 2 with a true power loss. She's still number 2. She's still far ahead of you know, the rest of the crowd, except for number 1, of course. But I think Percival's release actually had a negative impact on Dark Cinderella. If I'm being honest, that is my main explanation. I think the Platoon 1 meta, where Dark Cinderella played a role a lot last month. I think nowadays I see her mostly in Platoon 2. And so I think this is partially because of the recent releases that we saw. Dark Cinderella, of course, when she pops off, is the best DPS in the game. I already said it at her release, and I still think this is accurate right now. But you have to think that she needs to get going at first, and she has some vulnerabilities of, you know, getting stunned, getting slapped, and of course, the passive ignoring attacks are also not that great for her. So I think Dark Cinderella, still the very best DPS, but in terms of vulnerabilities, not that great. For example, if I run into Dark Cinderella with my Percival build, it happens often that she just gets stunned to oblivion and then just doesn't get the turn for like 500 time units. So yeah, not that great for her. But yeah, she is a great unit nevertheless. So yeah, number 3 in Japan. So that is very good. But of course, Cleopatra took the number 1 spot there. And I think now we can. Axel is saying he's definitely in debt now. I mean, you are already in debt because you are leveraged up, so you bought and sold much more positions than 100 million PP allows, but doesn't necessarily mean that you had any huge losses, or that you are actually losing wealth. So let's see where that actually comes out to. Number 1 is a cat. Let's see, there's actually cute cats. Maybe add that as a sticker to the server, I think. But yeah, let's see. Let's maybe just reveal it already. Number 1.
Who shall it be?
Who could it be? Big question here. Let me look for the picture. Here we have the reveal. Goku on YouTube is saying, by the way, number 1, Sleeping Beauty. We didn't see Sleeping Beauty yet. So, very possible. But here we go. We have a little reveal for you guys. We have a Bright Lancelot. So, Koishi is actually right that Lancelot is superior. But of course, just joking a little bit. We have at number 11 this time Bright Lancelot, which is still a good performance because she's up 1 rank. But she still lost a little bit of true power. No, it's not Himiko at number 11. Bright Lancelot still holding on to that number 11 spot. I think actually pretty good performance considering that we saw new guard releases. So Bright Lancelot still holding on quite well. Somebody is asking me to expose Himiko ranking. Okay, I'm probably gonna get some hate from the Himikans again, but I guess that comes with the that risk comes with the occupation. So I'm gonna reveal the Himiko as well, because the Himikans always demand that. So Himiko is number 16 now. She lost 600,000 true power, but still over 4 million true power. As you can see, she's also still number 13 in Japan, which is quite nice. Even top 10 in Europe, but everywhere else not that high up. People are celebrating some profits from selling Himiko. All right, but how about, I think there's one interesting tidbit left that also reveal. And that is a unit that some of you might be interested in knowing where she lands, and I think it is a bit of a surprise. Thought she would be a bit higher, and it gives you a sense that not all IPOs are profitable. We have Mordred coming in at number 22 right now, only at 2.7 million true power. So everybody who did not get her in the IPO can actually breathe a sigh of relief, because everybody who got her made some losses there. But yeah, Mordred is now available for buying at 2.7 million power.
They do not like this unit.
Well, Archie, I mean that one you got pretty, you were pretty right on that one, I think. I mean the IPO was 4.4 million, and I think your bid was like 3 million, and so as you can see, you were pretty close to the true value. Although let's see where she lands next time. As we said before, it was only a few days after her release that this data was collected, so still a bit early for people to adapt the new burn style, I suppose. So could still see it happen. All right, but now I think people have waited long enough, and I'm not wanna keep you guys guessing for much longer. Although somebody is asking for Cerberus, I put Cerberus as well. Okay, yeah, but it will be another disappointment for some, I think.
Oh, Burn is not doing too well.
What are you saying, Archie?
Burn is not doing too well right now.
No, although I mean there are exceptions, but yeah, Cerberus, more specifically, only 23 right now, one spot below Mordred even, which I think is not really fair to her, but that's what the data says right now. Only 21% usage, even though she was already released over 1 month ago. Yeah, just not the best times for burn, although there are exceptions, as you will see when we have the full ranking exposed. Some other burn units experienced some nice developments. Right, but now I don't want to keep you guys guessing anymore. Well, guessing. I think it's pretty clear who number one is. We already know her for quite a bit. She's actually, I think, starting to attempt to beat Cinderella's record. So the original Light Cinderella, I think Light Cinderella occupied the number one positions for 7 months straight, which is the absolute record in Evertale right now. Water Anya, I think now the 5th month in a row in the number one position. And she's number one in every region except Japan, where she was overtaken by Cleopatra. But as you might notice, she still lost some value. She is down below 10 million true power again, so no unit above 10 million true power anymore. Water Anya at 9.8 million true power now. And I think that is actually fair. I think the meta right now in Evertale is broadening a bit. There's not a single dominating, or well, I mean that's maybe putting it too much, but there are more options now to build different top teams, and I think with Burn re-rising again, this will become even more of an issue. So yeah, I don't know when we will see another unit break the 10 million true power threshold. Not sure if any of the units released right now can do that. Although maybe Water Anya will see a little bump again. I think Water Anya will stay relevant for a while just because of the entry effects as well. Yeah, so that is fair. Okay, another water unit that we can reveal before we close this out. Somebody asking, Axel asking for Otohime. Let me check.
Watch out, he may be above both Mordred and Cerberus.
Yeah, I think that is fair to say, but let me reveal it. I mean, Mordred and Cerberus at 22 and 23. By the way, these are not the best burn, the highest ranked burn unit. So keep that in mind. First, let me reveal the Otohime for you guys. What Lancelot? I mean, you already saw Bright Lancelot at number 11. Congrats, Axel, being the number one dead. This one. Otohime. Let me reveal her stats. Is she? Otohime, I have, I think, good news for many of you in terms of Evertrade. Otohime, while she didn't break into the top 10, she actually gained true power, she gained ranks, and she is now at 4.6 million true power. So there is some nice dividend paid as well. So I think per share you make a nice 600k PP profit of that trade if you have Otohime long. Oh my god, so many questions. Okay, bright reset now. I think
Oh my.
I think I'm gonna keep it at the voice line now and reveal some of the results. We have bright reset at number 17. We have okay, yeah. One more big news, I think, for people if you're asking yourselves, okay, did my long trades pay off? We have Gilgamesh gaining true power and climbing to the 18th position, now the best rated burn unit in the game. So good news for those who have Gilgamesh long. And other units that gained true power are Commander Astrid and Nobunaga. So everybody who bought those burn units can make some nice profit, but it's not a huge amount, but it is definitely a sizable amount, especially Nobunaga, quite surprising, gaining I think she was at 1 million true power last month, and now she's back at 1.6 million true power, just outside of the top 28. So that's especially in percent a profit of 54%. So quite the performance here, the comeback performance from Nobunaga. So with Burn becoming more relevant, let's see where these units go next. The only one that was surprising or very surprising is Cerberus going down. I didn't expect it. But yeah. Anyways, let me quickly post the top 14 as usual. So you already see that the top 28, top 42 we revealed a little later as per usual. But there you can see it all now, and you can also see Sleeping Beauty, who is down to the 12th position, first time outside of the top 10 after, I think, roughly a year after her release. Otohime up to 13, and then Giga Rolosha closing it out at number 14 with a slight true power loss. So yeah, I think that's all the results for now. Bust 2007 is joining in on YouTube. Unfortunately, missed it. Gerald is saying Fire will take over next. I think we are at the brink now in terms of Fire, so let's see how it goes for them. But maybe one more burn release is needed to bring them to bring them back to the top, especially because right now the kind of Percival, Cleopatra, Water Anya stuff is so prevalent, and all of them can be quite good against burn. Okay, except Percival maybe, but Percival is so good against other teams that she's just meta straight away. And yeah, Sergio is saying, okay, only 2 increased. Yeah, 2 of the 14 that you see here, but also Gilgamesh, Commander, Astrid, and Nobunaga outside of that. And Bright Astrid as well, but only 11k true power gain, so that's actually surprising to some degree. By the way, Honochi also doubled her true power, but she's not available for trading because she's too much of a penny stock. Yes, all right. The normal Lancelot, before we go, is ranked at number 35 now. She fell below 1 million true power this month.
Wow.
Yes. 1.5 years ago, basically introducing a new era of meta pace, power creep pace, I guess, in Evertale. But now he is watching that mainly from the sidelines. I'm still using her, I think, in the 20th position or something like that. But yeah, I'm also free to play, so I cannot get everyone. But yeah, it's really clear that she's no longer a top 20 unit at this point. Sergio, good night. Glad you stayed with us, even though it's already 1:30 for you. So very, very nice. Actually, wow, we were live for a very long time as well. I think 1 hour 40. Mega healing burn is a scary future for sure, is Goku saying on YouTube. Yeah, and I fully agree. Destroyer is saying time to finalize who is the top dead and gain Evertale traders. Yeah, I'll have to finalize that a bit later because I still need to run those calculations. So I will reveal that later in an EverTrade announcement. By the way, everybody watching this and not knowing what EverTrade is a free trading game where you just buy or sell SSR units like stocks. So if you think that sounds interesting, just join us on my Discord server. The more people that are trading, the more fun it gets for everyone, I think. But we already have a nice crowd doing their trades. And Excel saying thank you for a great stream at EverTrade stage. Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for your thanks. And Bright Reset, yes, Bright Reset lost true power. Every unit that I didn't mention so far in the top lost true power. So basically, outside of the top 14, only the burn units benefited. Alamin also saying good night. Good night to all the Asian viewers. Was really great that you still joined in despite the late time. And of course, special thank you to, I think, Archie and Average Person, who helped me not have a monologue this round. So that was very nice. Glad you guys have joined again. All right, cool. I think that's it for today. And thank you very much. I think we had a big crowd today on YouTube as well as on Discord. So that was really fun with you guys. Hopefully fun for you too. Destroyer already saying bye-bye YouTube. And yeah, I'm gonna close out the stream. Gerald also saying thank you on YouTube. And good health to me. Yes, thank you very much. By the way, didn't mention that, but yeah, health-wise, I'm on a very positive trajectory right now, hoping this continues, and glad I could actually do this event. 2 weeks ago, if you had asked me, I think I would have said, okay, the event might need to be paused for a few months, but here we are. So that is very, very nice, and thanks to Gerald on that, and of course everyone else that joined me today. Thanks a lot for everybody on YouTube watching. Thanks for rewatching, or if you are live right now, thanks for joining us there. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching. And good night or good day to everyone, depending on where you are.